I think I'm a little bit late, correct? So 13 minutes late, sorry. So yesterday, I figured out how to actually stream live from my laptop. However, if I go live in my house right now, one, we don't smoke in the house, and I'm smoking. And two, I have 4 dogs that like to bark. And 3, my husband tends to interrupt. So I thought, let me jump in the car. I'll go to the first parking lot, pull in, and go live. So that's what I'm doing. Wait, you know what? I didn't check to see if Life Trying Again. Hi, Life Trying Again. Good morning. Thank you for joining. So, as usual, I have nothing in particular that I wanted to talk about, but I will say this, that when I first moved down to Florida, I had discovered a couple of YouTube channels from watching Leak Project, excuse me, Channel 27, which is Heidi Vandenberg and Jenny Moonstone and Trisha G. They all have YouTube channels. And what Heidi does is she does Vedic astrology, and they read tarot cards and stuff like that. So, something made me go buy tarot cards. So I go and buy tarot cards, and for like a week I was interested. Then I kind of sat them to the side. But the other day I watched a video with a woman named Lois. Her YouTube channel is called Warrior Princess, and I'm asking that all of you please go watch her videos. This woman, from the little I know, definitely has a hard life, but she's also running a food pantry. And to me, the fact that she's feeding hungry people, like, I'm lost for words. So I'm asking, please go watch her videos, subscribe to her channel, share her videos. Maybe by that we'll give someone else the thought to start a food pantry, or it makes you want to do something where you help people. No? So anyway, back to the tarot cards. So the day I watched Lois, I went and I pulled a couple of cards. 3 were for her grandchild, and 1 was for her. And to me, these cards were right on the money. So this morning, before I left my house, I figured for the people who watch and or listen to this show, I pulled 3 cards, and I actually brought them with me. And I'm going to show you. The first one is the Wheel of Fortune. That was the first card I pulled. The second card is Strength. And the third card I pulled was Death. Now, there's 2 ways to read tarot cards. One, you can use the entire deck. The other way, I believe there's 22 cards, and these are the Arcana cards, and that's what I chose from. So these were the 3 I picked, and again, the first one, Wheel of Fortune, the second one, Strength, and the third one, Death. Now, I want to read to you what these cards mean. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny, luck, success, fortune. The second card, Strength, means power, energy, action, courage, and here's a good one. Now let me say this word. Magnanimity. Now, I didn't know what that word meant, So I looked it up. And here's what this word means. Magnanimity. The virtue of being great of mind and heart. It encompasses usually a refusal to be petty. Now how cool is that, right? Because most people that we call awake. Hi, Dead GPK. Thank you for joining me. So, if you're just joining, you missed what I'm talking about. I pulled 3 cards this morning from my tarot deck. Wheel of Fortune, Strength, and Death. And I'm explaining what each card means. And right now I'm about to tell you what the third one means. Death. Death means end, mortality, destruction, or corruption. So, for me personally, death doesn't mean you're dying. Irma Linda. Trying life again. That's right. So, the Wheel of Fortune, I'll repeat what they mean. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny, luck, success, fortune. The second card, strength, power, energy, action, courage, magnanimity, which means the virtue of being great of mind and heart. It encompasses usually a refusal to be petty. And then the third card, death, and mortality, destruction, corruption. So it could mean like you're moving on from something, correct? So again, I pulled these for anyone who listens today. You're going to be successful, lucky. You're powerful. You'll be full of energy. You'll have courage. You're not petty. And the third one, death. Maybe there is some corruption going on within your own life. I've been very personal when I talk on YouTube. And if the one video where I spoke of my brother, I actually had to put that on private. Because I don't want him to see that. I don't. And I don't know if there's a way. I did download the video, but I don't know if there's a way where I can edit out that last couple of minutes where I'm speaking directly of my brother. So, the world we live in, for me, it's fascinating times. As much crap as that goes on around the world, right? Corruption in government, corruption everywhere, a bunch of zombies walking around. When you ask people what a chemtrail is, they think you're crazy. And in fact, on my way here, so I was driving heading south and going from, east to west are chemtrails. Hold on 1 minute, I just want to look outside my car. Yeah, so if I get out, you can actually see them. Watch. Hopefully you'll see them. I'm just pointing the camera. Right? So that would be facing the southern direction. Anyway, back into the air conditioning car. And you see I dressed up for y'all. I wore a tuxedo. I'm so silly. I don't really wear a lot of t-shirts, but when I moved to Florida, I left everything in Jersey, everything. And this was one of the t-shirts I found in the house. These I actually brought with me, but so I found this, and I've worn it once to a grocery store, and one of the workers was like, "Oh, I like your shirt." I was like, thanks. I said, I dressed up just for you. And he's like, no, seriously, I like your shirt. So this morning I put it on and I said, let me dress up for my YouTube people, Anyway, I probably should have brought the tarot cards because it is something that I do want to learn. A lot of people say they're taboo. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all, actually. You like that? Thanks, Dad. Yeah, I saw it. If you remember, my ex-sister-in-law is a hoarder. So when I moved into my brother's house, I mean, you barely could get through any room. It was disgusting. I've been here almost 7 months, and the house, oh my God, it's so much better. But there's still some junk that has to get gone. But yeah, I figured I would dress up for you guys, you know. Now tomorrow, what I was gonna do originally, so the way it's working with my ex-sister-in-law is she's now only allowed to come to the house if she brings someone with her. Because last week we had the police at the house, and you know, that's not cool because I'm really very mellow. I've never been in a physical fight, never. And for this woman to push me to the limit she pushed me is not cool. So anyway, the only way she can come to collect her shit, she has to bring somebody with her, and she can only come on Thursdays because that's the day her friend is available. So what I was going to do is every Thursday, I was going to go hit that Clearwater Beach and do live shows. But tomorrow at 12:30, I have a dental appointment. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah. So, depending on what time I leave the dentist's office, I actually still might drive to Clearwater. It's about an hour's drive, only because I don't go 80 miles an hour. Warrior Princess, hello. Listen, I asked everybody to please watch your videos. I asked them to subscribe to your channel. Because anybody that's not familiar with Warrior Princess, she runs a food pantry. And for somebody who already has a hard life, to be feeding hungry people, for me, it makes me want to do something where I help someone. And in fact, getting back to the hoarder story, we have given away so much. Stuff that I could have made probably thousands of dollars, I have literally given away. There are a few people that my brother knows who are either young single mothers with children going thrifting. Yeah, I love thrift stores, I do. But we literally gave stuff away. And also there's a store down here where you take like clothing, and it's a thrift store of sorts. But like if I was to bring this jacket, and this jacket's worth some money, right? They would pay me for it. But, again, I didn't make a nickel. We gave the stuff away. We gave it to people who were in need. And so if you watch Warrior Princess and check out what she's doing, maybe it'll give you the idea or the incentive just to help one person every day, you know, because, you know, without sounding cheesy, I really do believe that love is the only thing that's going to make us survive. We have to stop hating. When you watch the local news, unfortunately, my husband is a freaking news watcher, and I can't stand it. And I yell, not at him, I yell at the TV, because what the hell are you watching? It's all bullshit. It's all, you know, to divide us, to make us hate. And, you know, when the Twin Towers were destroyed, and we all know that no planes fucking knock those towers down, right? You will donate clothing. Thank you, Christina. That's nice. Thank you. You know, just do something. Do something. There's so many people who are afraid to ask for help. When I was on drugs, I knew I needed help. I knew I did. But I was afraid to ask. I was. And once I finally had enough, where it was a life and death choice, I went and asked for help. And you know what? That was November 9th, 2009. And if you do those, if you add that up, it's 111111. To me, that's no coincidence, right? That's no fucking coincidence. Sorry, I'm cursing. I try not to, but sometimes. Yeah, you know what, Warrior Princess? I agree, because people do judge. I judge. I judge before I even know somebody, and that's not good. Because sometimes the first impression, you're completely wrong. Nibiru Freedom, thank you for joining. Now listen, I'm on my phone, right? But I have figured out how to give y'all wrenches. I just can't do it through the phone. So, when I go home, again, anybody who's watching today, you'll get a wrench. Yes, wrench, because getting a wrench makes you feel, makes you feel good, right? I got a wrench. So, I will give you wrenches. And you know what sucks is I see my face and I hate the old lady glasses. But if I take them off, then I cannot see anything. Christina, are you asking me where I am? I am in sunny Florida. You got a ranch and you feel good. You feel privileged and honored to have it. But you see, Nibiru, that's how it's supposed to make you feel. And see, I gave Warrior Princess one. So, you're in the foothills of Mount, where is that? Gorgonia? Where is that, Christina? Irma Linda is in South Texas. So that's where Rex Leak Project is. He's in Texas, right? No one ever owns anything. You're right. You're right. And if you don't think we're all slaves, and if you don't think we're all prisoners, you better do some research, because we are. We are. Southern California. Okay, cool. Yes, Rex. I love Rex Bear. I was just watching him before. He was talking about a movie he saw yesterday, and I commented, get an Amazon Fire Stick, if anybody's familiar with those. One, you eliminate your cable bill, and two, you never have to go to a movie theater again. You can watch live TV, movies that recently come out. You have to wait a few days to get great quality, but the last movie I saw was the Star Wars one, and we had to pre-order the tickets, and it was so freaking loud that we literally were rolling up tissues and sticking them in our ear. It's not funny, but that's how loud it was. It was ridiculous. I don't know if it was IMAX. And let me tell you, the last movie I saw before this one was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So that tells you how long it's been since I been to the movies. Yeah, how the heck are you? And would you just look at it? And I would love to say, would you just look at it? But I don't want to steal his phrases. Can I see Nibiru? So, you know what? I have some pictures. I don't know. I have I think over 6,000 pictures and video. And when I don't want to say Photoshop, but that really is the right word, right? When you manipulate the temperature and the color, sometimes I do see things, and it is not a camera lens. I know what a camera lens looks like. I also do believe in Nibiru, Planet X, whatever. So I'm repeating myself for those who've not heard this story. So since I'm a kid, E.T. is not the right word, but that's the word I'm going to use. E.T. experiences. And I don't know, it's probably been about a year, maybe a little longer. And most of my experiences are in a dream state, but not all of them. This was a dream state where I was on board a craft, and what happened, I said, first of all, they told me to be quiet because I was so excited I was going on a ship, and they said shush. Alright, so now we get on board. Oh, Lord have mercy, I lost my cigarettes. So we get on board. I call us human beings. And they are beings. Yeah, they are beings. I wonder if it's us from the future. I don't know. Anyway, so I said, what, no windows? And they opened the windows. And then they proceeded to show me what I'll call a computer screen. And so if my hand is the screen coming up this way, so that would be the horizon, in my opinion, was a big red planet. That's all I was shown. So when I woke up from that dream, I was freaked out for days. And so then somebody in my Google Plus community said, have you ever seen the movie Melancholia? Never heard of it. I believe it's on YouTube. If not, it's on Showbox. Go to Google, type in Showbox APK, download it. You can watch any movie you want free. And I don't remember the guy's name. He's the guy who used to be in the show 24. Anyway, he's in it. Well, this movie, I had goosebumps almost the whole entire movie. The movie itself was very slow. There's not a lot of talking, but it was crazy. So you saw Nibiru Freedom Fighter, you saw the movie and recommend it, right? Right? And also, you gotta know that these movies tell us real shit. And a lot of people think that when we believe that we're more crazy, but no way. Some of these movies that come out, and even TV shows, like, I've not even seen the new X-Files that's out, but everybody's talking about how much shit they're telling, right? How much truth they're telling us. Okay, so after that dream, I have another. Now, this was a dream. Where, in my opinion, it was the sun that exploded. And I was on the street, and I was up against the curb, and I told everybody, get down. And I watched the sun explode, and if you ever look at fire, real fire, how the flames move, I saw that coming at me. Salted Cedar, hi Salted Cedar, how are you? I'm glad you joined, thank you. So, the sun explodes, I see the flames, and I literally could feel the skin burning off my back, literally. And the smoke was, you know, like, overtaking me. I knew I was gonna die. As I was about to take my last breath. The smoke dissipates. The sky had never been bluer. It was the cleanest air ever. I wake up. Now I'm really fucked up. Because now, how do I know what's a dream and what's a message? And I was messed up for a couple of months from this one. And I actually spoke to a professional. And I said, how do you know the difference between a dream, right? Without giving her details about ET experiences, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I went home that day. And for the next week, every single night, I had dreams. Dreams. And that proved to me that my experience on board the ship and my experience with the sun exploding was not a dream. And I'm not saying that the sun is going to explode. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I know it wasn't a dream. They're training and help all at once. Dreams are part of it. I love dreaming. I do. I can't wait to go to sleep at night just to dream. And, was it an out-of-body experience? It's very possible. So, I don't know. A while back, I heard about how when you go to sleep, you go to different realms and you fight, right? I've had a lot of dreams like that where, I'm not sure where I'm at, but I'm doing some war shit. Just another little piece of information. On a couple of games that I play, my username is I am Amazonia. In other words, I am Amazon woman. I've always felt like a warrior. Unfortunately, 35 years of my life, I shouldn't say wasted. I shouldn't. And I say that all the time because I think I had to be a heroin addict. I had to hit the point where I had to make the choice of life or death. I chose life. And I'm not afraid of death, but there is no fucking way I was gonna let a little freaking tiny bag that big with a little bit of white powder be the death of me. No freaking way, man. No way. And I do love life. And, it took me 3 years of having a YouTube channel to show my fucking face. Amen. Amen, as I freaking curse away. I'm sorry. But the fact that I'm showing my face, it allows me to just not talk about chemtrails, but talk about anything. We can talk about anything at all. Drugs sometimes take you to frequencies that sensitives go to. Yeah, so how come, and maybe because I have to hold it like that. Okay, so you want to hear about my government dream one night? And this I know was the government. I know it was, because all my experience with my ET friends, this was different. I'm in a ship. Now, I'm not a follower. I shouldn't say I'm not a follower. Every now and then I look at Corey Goode, right? He's supposed to be a whistleblower. But he describes this particular craft. And now this happened to me prior to seeing Corey Goode's illustration of this craft. So the craft was, you had a driver over here to my right, a passenger on the left, and me sitting right behind. And the driver was wearing like a leather jacket that they wear, what's it, like Air Force jacket? This guy over here, man, I couldn't see how tall he was. He was a big guy, jet black hair, muscles. And again, I'm sitting in the back, so if it was a V shape, I was sitting, if it was shaped like this, I was sitting back here, where my middle finger is, like that. So, it was like instantly we were here, and then instantly we were there, and instantly we were here. And one of the places they took me, just like in the Terminator movie, they took me to a playground where there was a bunch of children. And it was like nuked, gone. And the guy with the jacket, the driver, said to me, "You see what we can do?" Now the passenger, let me see if I can show you. The passenger proceeds, oh wait, another one. The passenger proceeds to go like this, right? And he opens up his leg. He opens it, his thigh. Bye, Christina. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. So when he opens up his leg, the inside was shaped. It's so hard, and of course I don't have a pen. Actually, I do have a pen, so maybe I could draw and just show you how it was shaped. And this pen doesn't work. Okay, this pen writes, because I know I brought one. So it was like this. Okay, so it looked like that in his thigh, and they were gold. They were gold. So, a machine, right? A machine. Anyway, this was when this was a couple years ago, and I was thinking about showing my face. But they were threatening me. Meditation Man, good morning. Thank you for joining. I'm happy to see a few people have joined in this morning. So to me, that was a form of my government threatening me. And when I woke up that morning, I wasn't afraid. I was mad. I was mad as hell. Because first of all, who the hell am I, right? For my government to be threatening me. You know, and it took me a few days, and then I was like, screw that, man. I'm not going to stop making my videos. All I'm doing is aiming my camera at the skies, showing the chemtrails, showing crazy photos that I've taken of the sky, the clouds, fake clouds, HAARP, whatever you want to call it, the fucking sun that's white, you know, and I do believe it's a simulator. I don't think that's the sun that I remember 50 years ago. I don't. So that's my one encounter with, you know, the government in a dream state. In a dream state. And I've had a few times where, you know, some helicopters were flying by, and I'm going to tell you what I do. I go like this, Joan. Sorry, but yeah, you don't scare me. You don't intimidate me. I'm not afraid of death. So my government, you know, bring it on, right? Bring it on. Yes, and I should have added some more water to this thing. This is a great invention because when I drive, I cannot reach my ashtray. So I put this in the car. You just add some water. Yeah, anyway. So, you know, I've been talking now 34 minutes. And it's crazy because I really do like to talk. I do. I don't ever come on with a topic in mind. I just start yapping away. But, talking about spirit. So, you were actually pushed to talk about spirit. So what do you mean by that? Spirit. Those are coolies. Oh, well, I smoke, so no, I have an ashtray, I just can't reach. Yeah. And in June, I'm actually driving up to New Jersey. I'm gonna rent a car, and that was the first thing I said. It has our real self. We are not. Oh, absolutely. We're spirits. We are infinite, right? So I'm talking about 10 things at once. So the car that I'm renting, it has to be, I have to be able to smoke my cigarettes in it. Yeah. But, yeah, I think we're infinite beings. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I believe that. We are spirit, right? Trying to get a Camaro. You know what, so when I used to live in North Carolina, we used to always rent from Avis, and I always used to rent like the cheapest car they had. And then when I got there, oh, we don't have that car available, so they upgrade you. So that's pretty much what I did this time, is I said I wanted like a subcompact, and then hopefully when I get there, I'll get an upgrade. And if not, I'll just ask, you know, can I get an upgrade? Because my mom was a travel agent, and you'd be surprised how many tricks of the trade I've learned. Yes. If you fly, just get a coach seat. But when you get to the airport, right, like as you're checking in, you ask if you can get an upgrade, and you pay a few extra bucks. Yes, gotta see your doctor. Okay, Warrior Princess. I hope everything's okay with your health. Good luck. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I don't trust doctors. I don't trust them at all. In fact, I do have a doctor, and the only thing I get is blood pressure medication. But, and the reason I do that is my mother died at 63. My mother actually had a massive heart attack, and she died in a parking lot. And my father died at 53 in his sleep from congestive heart failure. So knowing that that runs in my family, once I got off the drugs, that was the very first thing I did, was make sure I take care of my heart. Living in Florida now, I exercise a lot more than I did when I was up in New Jersey. You know, yes, I smoke cigarettes, but, you know, that's it. I'm smoking. So, anyway, for those of you who came in late, I'm just going to show you one more time. I pulled 3 cards for anybody who watched today's show. The first card was the Wheel of Fortune, and it means destiny, luck, success, and fortune. The second card I pulled was strength. I don't know. So I only exercise one because I have a pool right out my back door. And I have a treadmill and a little one of those stationary bikes. So yeah. And up in Jersey, I didn't have that. So what strength means is power, energy, action, courage. And then this word threw me. So I had to, yes. But we all need to exercise. We all do. So the word magnanimity, it means the virtue of being great of mind and heart. It encompasses usually a refusal to be petty. And the third card I pulled was death. And death does not necessarily mean you're going to die. It could mean the end of a bad relationship. It could mean that you are self-destructing. You know, it could mean corruption, that you know of corruption. And it could be with self. It could be with self. Exactly, death of old habits. Exactly. I only pulled 3 cards, and then after I pulled into this parking lot, I was like, you know, I should have brought the whole deck. I'm still very new to these tarot cards, but I think that there's a lot to be said about these things, because every now and then I pull one for myself, and I'll tell you, they have always been spot on. Spot on. I pulled a few the other day for Warrior Princess. I pulled 3 for her grandson and 1 for her, and I'm telling you, they were spot on. Spot on. So once again, I'm going to try to push that. Everybody go look at Warrior Princess. Subscribe to her channel. Check out Dead GPK. Subscribe to his channel. I'm not sure if anybody else has channels here and are looking for subs. But if you are, at the end of this, leave a comment. I know Salted Cedar because I follow you. And these dang smartphones. Well, I don't know if I have a smartphone. This is a Samsung, but it's not like top of the line. I can't afford that. I can't. But it's better than the last Samsung I had, you know. And for those who came in late, maybe. Okay, Salted Cedar, go to work. Have a nice day. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, really. So for those who, you know, came late, I don't know how to work a laptop. And for my birthday / Christmas, my brother gave me a laptop. And, so I was trying to figure out how to go live. And long story short, apparently this laptop doesn't have a camera, which I don't know how that can be, but it doesn't. But my brother and Box had a brand new little camera that you just attach it to your computer. So yesterday I did a little test. Unfortunately, it was around 10 o'clock in the morning. I had no makeup on. I looked like shit. My husband's behind me. Was a little mean, so after I did the little test, I now know how to go live from my computer while at home. So I will do that. I will. But when I'm home inside the house, I can't smoke. And I've got 4 dogs that love to bark, and my husband who loves to interrupt me. So at this point, it really is just easier for me to hop in the car, turn on the air conditioner. Okay, Salted Cedar, thank you very much. I was told to try tarot cards. Yeah, so with the tarot cards, I bought them probably early November, maybe December. And if I pulled them out 10 times, it's a lot. So you have to go with your intuition. Like when your gut tells you to pick them up, you pick them up. And also, just because, like, these particular cards don't tell you what they mean. Like on the back of them, it comes with a little book. And again, it doesn't necessarily mean what's in the book. And personally, I have not looked at these cards long enough to give you like what my intuition, like this one, I'm just gonna tell you quickly. It's a man and he's petting, I don't know what the hell he's petting. A dog, maybe? Maybe it's a lion. Okay, but it's some type of an animal. For me, it says that we need to be kinder to all living life. Look, the birds, you know, they're all here for a reason, right? So another little personal story. Since moving to Florida, in my backyard, my brother had this old swing. It literally was garbage. So what my husband did was he took the swing part off and he left, I don't know, the frame. And then he made it into a bird feeder. And then we've got a bunch of plants, or my brother had a bunch of plants, which my husband, like, moved everything around. My husband has done so much. It's incredible. He's really transformed our backyard. Anyway, so we feed all the birds. We feed 2 feral cats. And then, of course, you've seen my Jurassic Park, those big freaking cranes, those sand cranes. We feed them, although we were told by the neighbors you're not supposed to feed wildlife. Again, I'm looking at this picture. I have to be kind to animals. I have to be. That's just me. That's just how I am. You know, and I have a cat, and I'm going to tell you quickly how I got my cat. 8 years ago, living in Patterson. I was walking to the store one morning, and when I got to the corner, there was a church. And up on the church steps, in the corner, was this cat. Meow, 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 meow. Crying, crying, crying. And I looked at the cat, and I said to my friend, oh my God, look at that, you know, beautiful white cat. What the heck is it doing here in Patterson? Somebody must have dropped it off, right? Or it's lost. So I go home. 8 hours later, I go back past that same church. I'm a Yankee. I'm a Yankee, damn it. But I live in Florida now. Anyway, yeah, screw the neighbors. I'm still feeding the wildlife. Now I forgot what I was saying about my cat. So, 8 hours later, the cat was still in the corner of the church steps. And I was with the same friend. And we were like, maybe this cat was hit by a car. So it was summertime. I had on a little t-shirt and a vest. Well, I took off the vest, and I told my friend, you pick the cat up, I'm not. We'll bring it home. If it's been hit by a car, I'll let my husband put it out of his misery. So we pick up the cat. Cat lets me carry her home. It's about 2 blocks straight. We get her home. I put her on the floor, and I swear, this is my interpretation of what the cat said. The cat looked up at me and said, sucker. And I have had her now for, I think, almost 9 years. She's an indoor cat. She had never been out until I took her on the airplane in October to get her to Florida. She's not been fixed, but she's getting fixed probably within another month. I already made the arrangements. I just have to make the appointment date. And down here, if you're on Social Security, it costs $10. I can afford $10. So, yeah, that's how I am with animals, right? You have to love everybody, everything. 49 minutes, and I'm still yapping. Anyway, at 49 minutes and 7 seconds, I'm going to end my live stream. I appreciate everybody who joined in. Please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Share my videos. And also, I would ask that you look back at some of my older videos. I actually am proud of a few of them. You know, I put a lot of work into some of my videos. Some of them are just, you know, quick shots of the sky, but other videos I took, you know, it took me like 3 days to edit them and get them to the music. Oh, there's a tarot card factory. So, do you know they say when you go to buy tarot cards that the tarot cards are supposed to pick you? And I'm not really sure what deck I bought. Again, I didn't bring them with me. But this is at the end in where I did buy them. There weren't many to choose from. But this was the deck that I was pulled towards. And for my first deck, you know, I'm doing okay. But I definitely would like to learn more about tarot cards. And, you know, because I think that the stars and the alignments and stuff are probably more accurate than we've been led to believe. So I just talked for another couple minutes. Anyway, before I keep on yapping, I'm gonna end now. They make them out of schemes. Definitely that is a sweet deck, my favorite. Okay. So I appreciate y'all stopping by. This is Michelle, also known as Skies Above. Depending on what time I get out of the dentist tomorrow, if I don't go to the beach, I might just come on. And if not, then Friday definitely I'm going to the beach. Because now, after 6 months, now that I finally have found a beach, you know, I like the beach. Anyway, let me end this before I just keep on going and going and going. Again, thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you soon. Have a good day. Alright, how do you end it? I never know how to end it. Okay, now I know how to end it. Bye guys, thank you.